Welcome to Kitty Knits, a vlog by Kate Heppel. Spring Stitches. Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry for the long break, but you find me here today in my garden because it is 25 degrees Celsius today. That's like 75 Fahrenheit, I think. So I thought it would be a shame not to capture that. What has happened since the last video is we've got a new issue out, so I'll show you that, and I just wanted to have then a little bit of a chat about knitting in weather like this, I guess. Right, this is new issue of Knit Now, issue 60. Cover garment this time, as you can see, has little embellishments on the shoulder because that's our theme this issue. I've brought that one with me to show you. This is the Rizzo jacket by Annie Howard, and it's knitted in West Yorkshire Spinners Illustrious DK. This is the cropped jacket, perfect for wearing with a big flouncy dress. Most of the jacket itself, really simple techniques, knitted flat and seamed, little bit of increasing, decreasing, some ribbing, and what adds the little pop of colour to it is this situation, which is nice. So it's, if you've not embellished your knits before, fear not. Number one, it's really not hard, it's super easy, but because I care about you, I asked the wonderful Debbie Tomkeys to do a step-by-step tutorial to all of the embellishments that we've used in the patterns in this issue. So that is the Rizzo jacket, this Audrey bag, please excuse the wind and the background noises, Sparkler Beret by Eleanor King, who's like the queen of embellishments, these Vivienne arm warmers by Jackie Harding. Can you hear that ice cream van? Because I can hear that ice cream van and I've not been able to find it, and it's really getting on my nerves. I want to Mr. Whippy. It's getting closer. Is it getting closer? Flowers and Pearls hat by Danielle Parkin, and this uses similar sorts of techniques to the jacket, so if you want to try out these techniques on something small first before you embark on something big, this will be a good one. And then we're finishing with Kim's little flowery cushion, which is super cute. There's all sorts of other stuff in this issue. I'll drop a link to the Ravelry page down below so that you can have a flick through it. One thing to say is this issue comes with an expanded local section at the back, so this is celebrating your local woolly community, especially if you're in the UK. We're working together with the Association of Independent Yarn Shop Owners to really give those wonderful shops the promotion that they deserve all the year round. So we've got a new section in the magazine which is local news. We have the review, which takes place in a local yarn shop every month. We have a pattern in this section now, and then we've got the listings to find your local yarn shop, and every month as well there's an offer which we're doing with those local yarn shops. Oops. This month you get a free pattern which I've designed. You can see that here, but actually it's probably better if I just put a picture up like this. It's called Wivelsfield. It's a one skein hat pattern, really simple lace pattern on the crown. You can use the chart or the written instructions, really easy, very intuitive to knit. I knitted mine in about a day or two. Mine uses Eden Cottage Yarns Boland DK, which have something else in this bag in Boland, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. So that's the stitch together bit, so keep an eye out for that in the mag. One thing I do have to show you from this issue. This is the Walking Gnome by Sachio Ishii, who is something of a superstar. I've shown you her pieces before. You know, I love her, she's brilliant. This one is something a little bit different because it's a puppet, but it's a puppet that you put your fingers in the legs instead of fingers in the arms, so you can make him walk. So that pattern's in issue 60. Also brought 2 more samples to illustrate, I guess, the dilemma of knitting in weather like this. If you're not from the UK, if you live somewhere warm, then this is probably something that you deal with a lot more. But for us, it's really a short-lived problem, I guess is a problem. And the question is, and it's a question that I get asked a lot, is, okay, you're putting out a magazine in the height of summer, it's knitting, it's wool, people don't want wool in the middle of summer. And my answer to that has always been, I knit the same things all year round. This jumper that's in my bag, that I've nearly finished, has taken me like 18 months to knit, and I've knitted it in all kinds of weathers, so yeah. But also, if you want a warm jumper for September, October, you're going to have to start knitting it now anyway. So it's but at the same time, when you open a magazine, you don't want it to look wintry in the middle of May, June, July. So what do? Well, these 2 patterns, which are both by Miranda Jolly, she's brilliant, you should check her out, I will put her Ravelry link down below. These are both in issue 60. This one is 100% wool, it's merino from Rico. This is a blend of wool and cashmere, so they're both reasonably warm yarns, but they're small projects, so you've not got something heavy sat on your lap if that's what you are worried about in the warm months. They're nice bright colour. So yeah, this is the Lazy 8 cowl, which, as far as I'm concerned, I would wear something like this all year round, especially like in the evenings when it gets chilly. This, as you can see, is a much lighter area kind of an affair. Look at that. This is JC Rennie Super Soft Cashmere, and you've heard me talk about Rennie yarns before. They are spun in a mill just outside of Aberdeen, but this is so lightweight that yes, it's warm, yes, it's wool and cashmere, but you're not going to overheat in this at any point. And also it's really soft. So with that in mind, something you might have noticed, and I've blogged about it on the Knit Now blog, I'll link to that, is that I've started a thing where every Wednesday I'm wearing something woolly, because I want to prove really that wool is not just a winter fibre, that you can wear it all year round, that you can use it all year round, that you can knit with it all year round. If you want to join in, that would be brilliant. The hashtag over on Instagram is Wool Wednesday. Again, I will link to the blog post. Yeah, there was a conversation recently on Ravelry about free gifts with magazines. Something different this issue, our free gift is this. It's the Knitter's Notebook. So it's basically just like a really useful thing. It's something I wanted. So selfishly, I was like, I know how I can get one of those. Or like an unlimited supply of those, really, is that I put it as a free gift on the magazine. I am drunk with power. Anyway, most of what it is these pages where you can keep track of your project, and you've got a page of knitter's graph paper, which is at the same ratio as most people's stocking stitch. So if you were to draw something on this, you draw your charts on here, that will be how it turns out, roughly speaking, in your finished object. It's sort of an example of a page filled in there. But I've also put some other bits and pieces in it. So there's standard measurement tables, somewhere to keep track of all your friends and family's sizes that you knit for regularly. There's quick conversions, so inches to centimetres I know is one that a lot of people ask about. Crochet hook sizes, knitting needle sizes, standard yarn weights, and then your basic abbreviations at the back. What I've also put in here is a handful of patterns, which are like super simple basic patterns that you are likely to knit a lot of. One final thing, just to prove the point that warm weather doesn't necessarily mean you can't knit with wool. This is what I've been working on today. I've shown you this before, I've shown Instagram this before, it's been on the needles for like 18 months, but I've had some issues with the sleeves which I think are pretty much resolved now. So I have nearly got 2 sleeves. I've got this much of this one still to do, about that much, and then it'll be finished, blocked, ends woven in, not very many ends because I always do Russian joins, and then buttons sewn on, and it'll be wearable, so hopefully I'll be showing you that soon. I'm gonna go enjoy some more sunshine. Let me know what you think of this video, leave a comment below, drop me a message on Facebook, Twitter, Ravelry, you can email me if you want. All of my details are down there. Don't forget to join in with Wool Wednesdays, and if you like this video, click like. If you want to see more, click subscribe. If you want to share this with your friends, please click the share buttons, and I will see you again soon. Ice cream truck. Where is it? It's moving further away, isn't it? It's definitely moving further away.
You just call it a truck.
Yeah. Because, oh, that's a hoverfly, isn't it? Not a wasp. Yeah, because it's hovering.